Ready for another lesson? The Lord's work. I was driving through a neighborhood yesterday and I decided to turn on this street and I noticed that there was a fire. To myself, I was thinking, oh, this is a nice day to have a barbecue. But then when I look at where the fire was, like, that's a pretty strange place to have a barbecue, especially behind a trash can in your yard. So I decided to do the Lord's work and get out my car and I went and knock on the neighbor door. Nobody answered. And as I was coming out the neighbor's yard and I had my emergency flashes on, another car was there and needless to say was another gentleman and he started honking his horn and screaming and stuff and I'm like, okay, the individuals run out the house and one of them was overweight and the two others just looked like a bunch of schmucks. I just turn around, get in my car and drive off. I did my good deed for the day. So if I was supposed to die yesterday, I know I go into heaven because I did one good deed. The guys that come out of the house look like schmucks. And how can you be so oblivious to the fact of what's going on in your own front yard? They probably were getting high, I don't know, they probably were drunk and it's understandable that it's the new year. I get that. But I didn't have to stop. More importantly, I wasn't going to be rah sis boomba and screaming fire and I'm not gonna do that. You're lucky enough I even stopped. I'm pretty sure the other individual wouldn't have stopped if I didn't stop. The moral of the story is every day you can do the Lord's work in a little way. It don't have to be nothing major. You don't have to go and try and save souls from the Titanic that's sinking, or you don't need to do none of that. Just a little bit, because first of all, if it was the other way around, I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't stop. Who knows, but more than likely, it's a high % chance that they wouldn't have stopped. So remember that every little bit count. You don't have to try and save souls and save the world, but you could do just one good deed. And that's all that really matters. Practice random kindness and senseless acts of beauty. But you have to be selective. If I had known these guys were living in the house, I wouldn't have helped them, to be honest. Not because of my moral dilemma and stuff, but they're schmucks. And who don't hear shall feel. You've been taught.